Get ready to dream. Close your eyes, the story is about to begin. In the depths of the city's metro system of Duanain, where modern meets ancient, there lies a hidden world unknown to most of the surface dwellers. This underground labyrinth holds secrets and legends that date back to the times of the ancient Celts. It is said that a troll, a mystical guardian, resides in the tunnels, protecting secret passages and forgotten treasures. Duanain, a vibrant and modern city, is built upon ancient Celtic settlements, a place where the past and the present are uniquely intertwined. The city is known for its bustling streets, lively markets, and rich cultural heritage. However, few know that beneath this modern facade, there exists a labyrinth of ancient tunnels, echoing with stories from times immemorial. The ancient Celts believed in a mystical world hidden right beneath their feet, accessible only to those brave enough to venture into the dark tunnels. These tunnels, originally built to connect various Celtic clans, are now part of the modern metro system. However, the old legends still live on in the stories told by the elders. In Duanain, the tales about the troll guarding the underground tunnels are passed down from generation to generation. According to legend, the troll, named Bran, is a fierce guardian of the hidden secrets and treasures. He is described as a formidable creature with skin as hard as stone, eyes that glow in the dark, and superhuman strength. Bran is known for his sharp intelligence and ability to solve complex riddles, a challenge for anyone attempting to pass by him. Celtic culture, rich in myths and legends, reveres creatures like Bran, believing that they protect the balance between the human world and the spiritual world. The sacred forests, crystal-clear rivers, and rolling hills of the Celtic landscape are often described as the homes of mystical beings. The respect for nature's spirits and guardians like Bran is deeply rooted in the culture of Duanain. The Duanain metro system is a marvel of modern engineering, with fast trains and well-lit stations. However, there are areas that remain untouched and unexplored, where the ancient tunnels still exist in their original form. These tunnels are avoided by metro workers, who often hear whispers and unexplained noises coming from the depths. The city's elders recall stories told by their grandparents about adventurers who ventured into the tunnels in search of treasure and never returned. These stories serve both as a warning and as a source of fascination, fueling the imagination of the young and keeping the legend of Bran, the troll guardian, alive. Duanain, with its unique blend of modernity and mysticism, is a place where the past is never truly distant. Celtic legends are still celebrated in local festivals and traditions, and the city's inhabitants hold deep respect for the old stories and the secrets that the underground tunnels may hide. And it is in this atmosphere of mystery and history that our adventure begins. A civil engineer, driven by curiosity and a desire to explore the unknown, finds himself on a journey that will lead him deep into the tunnels of Duanain, where he will encounter Bran and discover that some legends are more real than he ever imagined. The protagonist of our story is Eadhan O'Connor, a civil engineer known for his intelligence and ability to solve complex problems. Eadhan grew up hearing stories about the underground tunnels of Duanain and the secrets they hold. Fascinated by the legends and driven by an adventurous spirit, he has always dreamed of exploring these tunnels. Eadhan is a man of medium height, with brown hair and green eyes that shine with curiosity. He is known for his dedication to his work and his relentless desire to learn. He grew up in a family that values Celtic history and traditions, and many of his childhood nights were spent listening to his grandfather tell stories about Bran and other mystical beings that inhabit the tunnels. Now, as a respected engineer, Eadhan works for the company responsible for maintaining the Duanain metro system. He is often called upon to solve complex structural problems and lead inspections in hard-to-reach areas. His expertise and respect for ancient Celtic traditions make him the perfect person for a special task, exploring a newly discovered area of the tunnels during a metro expansion. The discovery of these ancient tunnels was met with enthusiasm by some and caution by others. While many see it as an opportunity to expand the metro and improve the city's infrastructure, Eadhan sees a chance to explore the hidden secrets beneath Duanain and perhaps find the legendary troll, Bran. On the day of the inspection, Eadhan carefully prepares his equipment. He brings powerful lanterns, excavation tools, a notebook, and an old protective amulet that belonged to his grandfather. The amulet, made of silver and engraved with Celtic symbols, is said to have been blessed by a druid and serves as a constant reminder of the stories that shaped his childhood. As he heads to the tunnel entrance, Eadhan feels a mix of excitement and apprehension. He knows this will not be an ordinary inspection. There is something in the tunnels that calls to him, a feeling that he is about to embark on a journey that will change his life forever. As he enters the tunnels, Eadhan is immediately engulfed by darkness and silence. The stone walls seem to whisper ancient stories, and he feels the presence of Celtic mysticism around him. With his lantern lighting the way, he moves forward cautiously, noting every detail and preparing for any challenges that may arise. Eadhan's journey through the tunnels will not be easy. He will face challenges that will test his courage and determination, and he will uncover secrets that have been hidden for centuries. But armed with his intelligence, his passion for Celtic history, and the protection of his amulet, he is ready to face whatever the tunnels may throw at him. And so, with each step he takes in the dark and mysterious tunnels of Duanain, Eadhan draws closer to an encounter that will challenge everything he thought he knew about Celtic legends and the underground world that guards its secrets. Eadhan's journey through the underground tunnels of Duanain begins with a sense of anticipation pulsing through his veins. Each step echoes off the stone walls, creating a rhythmic melody that seems to guide him deeper into the darkness. He takes a deep breath, feeling the cool, damp air of the underground, and moves forward with determination. Eadhan's lantern illuminates the path ahead, revealing walls covered in moss and ancient inscriptions he cannot decipher. He stops occasionally to take pictures and make detailed notes in his notebook, knowing that every detail could be crucial to understanding the true nature of the tunnels and what they conceal. As he progresses, Eadhan feels a strange sensation of being watched. He looks around but sees nothing except the dancing shadows created by his lantern's light. Yet, he knows he is not alone. The stories of Bran, the guardian troll, echo in his mind, reminding him that he must be prepared for anything. After hours of exploration, Eadhan comes to a fork in the tunnels. One path appears older and less used, with worn stones and vegetation growing in the cracks. He decides to take this path, feeling something calling him in that direction. As he moves forward, the sense of mystery and magic grows, enveloping him in an almost supernatural atmosphere. Suddenly, he hears a distant sound, like a rock being moved. He stops and listens carefully, but the sound vanishes as quickly as it appeared. Eadhan continues, now more cautious, aware that he is approaching something significant. His steps are light and measured, and he keeps his lantern raised, ready for whatever he might encounter. Finally, he reaches a wide, open chamber. In the center of the chamber stands a large stone portal, covered in Celtic inscriptions and symbols that seem to glow with their own light. Eadhan approaches with reverence, feeling the mystical energy emanating from the portal. He runs his hand over the inscriptions, trying to decipher their meaning, but they appear to be in a language lost to time. At that moment, a deep, guttural sound echoes through the chamber. Eadhan turns quickly, holding his lantern tightly. From the darkness emerges an imposing figure, Bran, the guardian troll. His eyes glow with a golden light, and his presence fills the chamber with an aura of power and mystery. Bran observes Eadhan for a moment, as if assessing his intentions. Eadhan, despite feeling a deep fear, remains firm and decides to speak. My name is Eadhan O'Connor. I come seeking knowledge and the secrets these tunnels hold. I have no intention of disrespecting this sacred place. The troll continues to watch him, his penetrating eyes seeming to see into Eadhan's soul. After a moment that feels like an eternity, Bran speaks in a voice that resonates like thunder in the depths. Those who seek knowledge must prove their worth. Answer the riddle, and you may continue your journey. If not, these tunnels will become your eternal prison. With a nod, Eadhan prepares to hear the riddle, knowing that his intelligence and courage will be tested to the limit. Bran, with an enigmatic glint in his eyes, recites the riddle, I am something. I grow, but I am not alive. I wear green, but I am not a plant. I am found on rocks and the ground. What am I? Eadhan thinks quickly, his mind racing through possible answers. He recalls the stories he heard as a child of the strange and wonderful things that grow in the most unexpected places. Finally, a smile forms on his lips, and he replies, You are moss. Bran watches Eadhan for a few more seconds before letting out a deep laugh that echoes off the chamber walls. You are correct, Eadhan O'Connor. You have proven your worth. You may continue your journey, but remember, the secrets you seek come at a price. With a nod, Eadhan thanks Bran and prepares to pass through the stone portal, aware that his journey is only just beginning. The tunnels of Dwayne still hold many secrets, and he is determined to uncover them all. Crossing through the stone portal, Eadhan finds himself in a new section of the tunnels, even older and more enigmatic. The walls seem to pulse with their own energy, and the atmosphere is thick with mystery. He feels a mix of tension and excitement, knowing he is venturing into uncharted territory where few have dared to go. As he moves forward, he notices that the path becomes increasingly difficult. The passages are narrow and winding, forcing him to contort and crawl in some areas. The light from his lantern dances on the walls, revealing symbols and inscriptions he has never seen before. He stops occasionally to document his findings, aware of the importance of every detail. Suddenly, he encounters a collapse that completely blocks the tunnel ahead. The rocks are large and heavy, making it impossible to pass without removing them. Eadhan crouches and begins to work, using his tools to try to move the rocks. The effort is exhausting, and he feels the weight of the situation pressing on his shoulders. As he works, a steady dripping sound echoes through the tunnel. Eadhan looks around and notices water trickling down the walls, indicating the presence of an underground spring. He realizes that the collapse may have been caused by the continuous erosion of the water, making the situation even more precarious. After hours of hard work, Eadhan manages to open a small passage between the rocks. He takes a deep breath and squeezes through the opening, feeling a sense of triumph mixed with exhaustion. However, his victory is short-lived. As he emerges on the other side, he is faced with a new challenge. The tunnel opens into a flooded chamber, with water up to his waist. Eadhan feels the intense cold of the water around his legs and knows that moving forward will be difficult. He holds his lantern tightly and proceeds cautiously, each step sinking into the muddy ground. The feeling of imminent danger is palpable, and he knows he must be extremely careful. As he crosses the flooded chamber, Eadhan feels something brush against his leg. He starts and looks around, but the murky water prevents him from seeing clearly. He takes a few more steps and feels the touch again, this time stronger. Fear begins to creep into his thoughts, but he forces himself to stay calm. Finally, he reaches the other side of the chamber and drags himself out of the water, feeling an immediate sense of relief. He looks back but sees nothing except the ripples on the water's surface. Catching his breath, he continues on his way, determined not to let fear paralyze him. The tunnel continues to narrow, and Eadhan finds himself crawling again, his soaked clothes weighing heavily on him. He feels a slight breeze coming from somewhere ahead and knows that he is approaching an opening. With renewed determination, he moves forward, ignoring the exhaustion and discomfort. Finally, he emerges into a new chamber, illuminated by a strange bluish light emanating from crystals on the walls. The sight is breathtaking, and Edhan is momentarily mesmerized by the beauty of the place. He stands up, his eyes shining with admiration as he explores the chamber. However, his admiration is interrupted by a deep and menacing sound. He quickly turns around and sees a figure emerging from the shadows, a skeletal being with glowing eyes and sharp claws. Edhan recognizes the creature from Celtic legends, a banshee, a spirit that announces imminent death. Edhan knows he must act quickly. He recalls the stories of how music and chants can appease banshees and begins to sing an old Celtic song his grandmother taught him. The melody echoes through the chamber, and the banshee hesitates, her glowing eyes softening momentarily. With a firm and clear voice, Edhan sings with all the emotion he can muster. Slowly, the banshee retreats, her claws lowering as she dissolves into the shadows. Edhan feels a deep sense of relief, but he knows this is only the beginning of his journey. The tunnels of Duanain still hold many secrets and challenges, and he must be prepared to face them all. After the confrontation with the banshee, Edhan continues through the chamber illuminated by the crystals, feeling invigorated by his victory and the beauty of the place. The bluish light creates an ethereal, almost otherworldly atmosphere, and he cannot help but marvel at the natural magnificence surrounding him. He keeps walking, always alert for any sign of danger or mystery. As he advances, he begins to hear a soft murmur, like a distant song. The music is hypnotic, drawing him deeper into the tunnels. He follows the sound, feeling guided by an invisible force. As he approaches, the melody becomes clearer, and he can distinguish harmonious voices singing in an ancient language that he recognizes from Celtic stories. Edhan finally arrives in an open cave, where he sees a group of ethereal figures dancing around a glowing underground lake. The figures are the Side, fairies of Celtic mythology, known for their beauty and magical power. They float gracefully, their clothes shimmering with a silver light, and their hair flowing as if submerged in water. The Side notice Edhan's presence but show no signs of hostility. Instead, one of the fairies approaches him, her appearance breathtaking. Her eyes are a deep blue, and her smile is welcoming. She introduces herself as Niamh, one of the leaders of the Side, and speaks with a soft and melodious voice. Edhan O'Connor, you have courage and a pure heart. We have watched you since you entered the tunnels and saw your confrontation with the banshee. You have shown respect for our world and our traditions. Therefore, we are willing to help you on your journey. Edhan feels a mix of relief and gratitude. He explains his mission and his desire to uncover the secrets of the tunnels of Duanain. Niamh listens attentively and then responds, there are many things you still need to learn, and the path ahead is full of challenges. But first, allow us to offer you a gift. Niamh extends her hand, and a small orb of light appears, floating gently in her palm. This is a Seorai, an amulet of protection and wisdom. It will guide you in times of need and protect you from hidden dangers. Edhan accepts the gift with gratitude, feeling a deep connection with the Side and their magical world. With the Seorai in hand, Edhan bids farewell to the fairies and continues his journey, feeling more confident and protected. The tunnels seem less threatening now, and he moves forward with renewed determination. The path ahead is winding and full of obstacles, but he is prepared to face any challenge. As he proceeds, he encounters a series of doors carved into the rock, each adorned with intricate Celtic symbols. He examines each door, trying to decipher the riddles engraved on them. Each symbol seems to tell a story, and he remembers his grandfather's lessons about the importance of wisdom and knowledge in Celtic culture. Finally, he finds a door that seems particularly significant. The symbols on it represent the union of the human and spiritual worlds, and he feels that this is the door he must open. Using the Seorai, he touches the door and whispers an ancient Celtic blessing. The door slowly opens, revealing a new path ahead. As he enters, he finds himself in a vast and grand hall, illuminated by crystals of all colors. In the center of the hall, there is a pedestal with an ancient book covered in dust and cobwebs. Edhan approaches with reverence, feeling that this book contains the answers he seeks. He carefully opens the book and begins to read. The pages are filled with stories and secrets about the tunnels, the magical beings that inhabit them, and the hidden treasures. He learns about the ancient alliances between humans and mystical creatures and how these pacts were crucial for the protection and prosperity of Duanain. As he reads, he feels a presence beside him. When he looks, he sees a hooded figure with eyes that shine like stars. The figure introduces himself as Kieran, an ancient guardian of Celtic secrets. "You have found the Book of Secrets," says Kieran. "Now, you must protect this knowledge and use it wisely." Edhan feels the weight of responsibility on his shoulders, but also a sense of purpose. He knows his journey is not over, but now he has the knowledge and allies necessary to face what lies ahead. With the Book of Secrets in hand, he is ready to uncover the truth about the tunnels of Duanain and the role he must play in protecting this mystical world. With the Book of Secrets in hand, Edhan continues his journey through the tunnels, feeling more prepared and confident. However, he knows that he will still face many challenges and tests of courage. He recalls Kieran's words and the importance of using knowledge wisely. The next part of his journey leads him to a dark and narrow tunnel where the light of his lantern seems almost powerless against the oppressive darkness. He moves forward carefully, feeling that each step takes him deeper into a world of mystery and danger. Suddenly, he hears a distant roar that makes the tunnel walls tremble. Edhan feels a chill down his spine, but he continues, determined to face whatever lies ahead. The tunnel opens into a vast cave, where he encounters a gigantic and terrifying creature, a Fomorian, a mythical beast known for its strength and ferocity. The Fomorian, with flaming eyes and skin as scaly and hard as stone, advances toward Edhan, who knows he must act quickly. He recalls the stories of how ancient Celtic heroes faced similar creatures and decides to use the knowledge he acquired from the Book of Secrets. Edhan recites an ancient protection invocation, holding the Seorai firmly in his hand. A barrier of light forms around him, protecting him from the Fomorian's initial attack. However, he knows the barrier will not last forever and must find a way to defeat the creature. He observes the cave and notices that there are stalactites hanging from the ceiling directly above the Fomorian. Edhan runs towards one of the cave walls and begins to climb it, using all his strength and skills to reach a position where he can bring the stalactites down on the creature. With a final effort, he reaches the wall and uses an excavation tool to loosen the stalactites. They fall with a deafening crash, striking the Fomorian and pinning it down. The creature lets out a roar of pain and fury, but cannot free itself from the rubble. Edhan quickly descends and approaches the Fomorian, still cautious. He knows he cannot leave the creature alive, as it will continue to be a threat. With determination, he uses the Seorai to channel a powerful energy and cast a banishment spell, which dissolves the creature into a burst of light. Exhausted but victorious, Edhan sits for a moment to catch his breath. He knows this was a test of his courage and that he passed successfully. However, he also knows that the journey is not over and that more challenges await him. He gets up and continues on his way, following the tunnels deeper and deeper. The feeling of being watched returns, but this time he does not feel fear. Instead, he feels a protective presence by his side, as if the side and other mystical beings are watching over him. As he advances, he arrives at a chamber that seems to be an ancient meeting hall. In the center, there is a stone table with Celtic symbols engraved on it and several chairs around it. He feels that this is an important place where crucial decisions were made in the past. Suddenly, he hears a familiar voice. It is Niev, the leader of the side, who appears before him in a flash of light. Edhan, you have proven your courage and shown that you are worthy of knowing the secrets of the tunnels of Duanain. Now, you must form alliances and prepare for the final confrontation that is to come. Eadhan feels a wave of hope at Niamh's words. He knows that he is not alone on this journey and that he will have powerful allies by his side. With renewed determination, he prepares for the next step of his adventure, aware that the fate of Dwayne may depend on his actions. The chamber where Eadhan finds himself is filled with Celtic inscriptions and symbols, suggesting that it was a place of great importance to the ancient inhabitants of the tunnels. He sits at the stone table, trying to decipher the inscriptions when he feels a slight breeze and hears footsteps echoing in the chamber. From one of the entrances, a group of figures emerges, humans and mystical beings together. Leading the group is Eogan, an ancient druid known for his wisdom and power. He is accompanied by several side and other magical beings, including a Puka, a mischievous and shape-shifting spirit. Eogan greets Eadhan with a warm smile. Eadhan O'Connor, your courage and determination have brought you here. We knew that someone like you would come one day to unite the human and mystical worlds against an imminent threat. Eadhan, surprised, asks what this threat is. Eogan explains that a dark force is awakening in the tunnels, an ancient and malevolent entity that seeks to dominate both worlds. To face it, we need an alliance between humans and mystical beings. You are the key to this alliance. Understanding the gravity of the situation, Eadhan agrees to help. Eogan and the others begin to formulate a plan to confront the dark entity, combining their knowledge and skills. Eadhan learns about the entity's weaknesses and the strategies needed to combat it. In the following days, Eadhan trains and prepares alongside his new allies. He forms deep bonds with them, feeling a strong sense of camaraderie and purpose. Each of the allies contributes something unique, Niamh with her wisdom and magic, the Puka with its ability to transform and deceive, and Eogan with his arcane knowledge. The days of preparation are intense and challenging. Eadhan finds himself undergoing rigorous training that tests his physical and mental limits. Eogan guides him through ancient rituals to strengthen his spirit and enhance his magical abilities. The Puka, always playful, teaches Eadhan tricks of illusion and disguise, skills that may be crucial in the upcoming confrontation. Niamh, in turn, shares ancient stories about battles between good and evil, giving Eadhan a broader perspective on the struggle they are about to face. She also teaches protective and healing enchantments, ensuring that Eadhan is well equipped to care for his allies during the battle. One quiet night, as they rest around a campfire, Eadhan and his allies discuss their hopes and fears. They know that the battle ahead will be arduous and full of dangers, but they are united by a common goal. Eadhan feels deep gratitude for having found such dedicated and brave allies. As the final confrontation approaches, Eadhan feels more prepared than ever. He knows the battle will be tough, but he believes in the strength of the alliance he has formed. Together, they have the power to protect Dwayne and the secrets of the tunnels. He feels ready to face any challenge, knowing that he is not alone. On the eve of the battle, Eadhan and his allies perform a final strengthening ritual. Eogan leads the ceremony, invoking the ancient Celtic gods to bless and protect the group. They exchange vows of loyalty and courage, committing to fight together until the end. The energy of the ritual fills the chamber, and Eadhan feels a renewed strength pulsing within him. With the dawn, they set out for the central chamber of the tunnels, where the final battle will take place. The path is silent, and the tension in the air is palpable. Eadhan takes a deep breath, feeling the adrenaline course through his veins. He knows he is about to face the greatest challenge of his life, but he is determined to win. The day of the confrontation finally arrives, and Eadhan, Eogan, Niamh, and the rest of the Alliance gather in the central chamber of the tunnels. The atmosphere is thick with tension and anticipation. They know that the dark entity is aware of their presence and is preparing to strike. The entity emerges from the shadows, a figure shrouded in darkness and malevolence. Its eyes glow with ancient hatred, and the temperature in the chamber drops drastically. Eadhan feels a chill, but he remains firm, holding the Seorai with determination. The battle begins with an explosion of magical energy. The entity hurls dark spells, while Edhan's allies counterattack with light and protective magic. The chamber shakes with the intensity of the confrontation, and Edhan feels the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. Yoagan and Niev coordinate the attacks, using their knowledge to weaken the entity. The Puka uses its shape-shifting ability to confuse and distract the enemy. Edhan, at the center of the battle, channels the power of the Seorai to create protective barriers and cast light spells. At a critical moment, the entity launches a powerful attack directly at Edhan. He uses the Seorai to absorb the impact, but the force is overwhelming. He falls to his knees, feeling the darkness closing in. However, before the entity can finish the attack, Yoagan and Niev join forces to cast a combined spell, creating an explosion of light that pushes the entity back. The battle rages on fiercely, with both sides fighting with all their might. Edhan realizes that the entity is feeding off fear and doubt. He recalls Niev's words about the importance of courage and unity. With renewed determination, he rises and shouts words of encouragement to his allies. "Don't give up. We are in this together, and we will win." Edhan's words resonate in the chamber, filling his allies with new strength. They redouble their efforts, attacking the entity with a combination of magic and physical strength. The chamber seems to vibrate with the energy of the confrontation, and the light begins to overcome the darkness. In a final effort, Edhan and his allies join together for a final attack. They channel all their energy into the Seorai, which shines with an intense and pure light. Edhan directs the energy toward the dark entity, which lets out a deafening scream as the light hits it. The darkness begins to dissipate, and the entity dissolves into a burst of light. Finally, the entity disappears, leaving only a deep silence in the chamber. Edhan and his allies exchange glances, exhausted but victorious. They have managed to protect Duanain and the secrets of the tunnels, but they know that this victory is only the beginning of a new era of cooperation between humans and mystical beings. The battle has been won, but the work of rebuilding and strengthening the bonds between the two worlds is just beginning. Edhan feels a deep sense of accomplishment and peace. He knows that his journey has changed not only his life, but also the fate of Duanain. He bids farewell to his new friends, promising to maintain the alliance and continue protecting the secrets of the tunnels. With the threat eliminated, Edhan and his allies begin to restore the tunnels and ensure that they are protected for future generations. They work together to repair the damage caused by the battle and reinforce the magical protections around the tunnels. Edhan feels a deep sense of accomplishment and peace. He knows that his journey has changed not only his life, but also the fate of Duanain. He bids farewell to his new friends, promising to maintain the alliance and continue protecting the secrets of the tunnels. When he finally returns to the surface, Edhan is welcomed as a hero. Stories of his courage and determination spread quickly, and he is honored by the people of Duanain. However, he knows that the true reward is the knowledge and friendships he formed during his journey. Edhan spends his nights reflecting on his experiences and writing down his discoveries. He knows that there is still much to learn about the tunnels and the mystical beings that inhabit them, but he is ready for any challenge that lies ahead. He publishes a detailed account of his journey, sharing the knowledge he gained about the tunnels, the mystical beings, and the epic battle he fought. His book becomes a source of inspiration for many, encouraging a new generation to explore and protect the secrets of Duanain. The connection between humans and mystical beings grows stronger, with new alliances and collaborations emerging every day. Festivals and celebrations are held to honor the union between the two worlds, and the stories of Edhan and his allies become legends that will be told for generations. Duanain continues to flourish, now with a new understanding and respect for the secrets that lie beneath its feet. The stories of Bran, Niev, Yoagan, and other mystical beings are passed down from generation to generation, keeping the city's rich Celtic heritage alive. Adhan, with his courage and wisdom, continues to explore and protect the mystical world he discovered, knowing that he will always be part of something bigger and older than he ever imagined. His journey is a testament to the power of courage, friendship, and the union between different worlds, and he is determined to keep this legacy alive. As he walks through the streets of Dunedain, Adhan looks to the horizon and feels a deep connection to the city and its mystical past. He knows that although his journey has come to an end, his mission to protect and honor the secrets of the tunnels will continue forever. And so, with a heart full of hope and determination, Adhan prepares for the next chapter of his life, always ready to face new challenges and uncover new secrets in the depths of Dunedain. Good night and enchanted dreams.